excited to be your host for the next couple of days. We have an amazing agenda planned for all of you. But I want to tell you a little bit about myself. My love and affinity for the direct selling industry started when I was very, very young. In fact, I grew up in this ultra small town in Kansas. And when I say small, I mean small, just 350 people. Now, my mom ran a preschool out of our basement, and my dad did local agricultural lending at the bank, but they wanted more. And as you can imagine, this little tiny town offered little opportunity. I know, it sounds a lot like that John Cougar Mellencamp song. Well, enter the 1980s world of direct selling, where opportunity was afforded to anyone in any size town. In fact, I remember my parents' little basement business with the Shackley Corporation, where they would help customers come in on a weekly and monthly basis. Some of my early childhood memories are from this business that they had in our basement. Now, I had two older brothers, and we would do, some helpful things and then some not so helpful things like steal the vitamin E tablets and crush them on the driveway, take as many of the strawberry chapsticks as we possibly can. But this little basement business not only afforded them an extra stream of income, it earned them a 1980s style Clark W. Griswold station wagon. Yes, she's a beaut, Clark. In addition to the station wagon, they also earned my brothers and I our very first trip to Disneyland. So as you can imagine, three little kids from the small town of Kansas, we realized that direct selling would allow us to do just about anything. Not only did we have the time of our lives in Disneyland, their direct sales side hustle instilled work ethic in us. It showed us that with a little bit of extra work, extra income will always follow. Now, my parents supported many of their other friends who were also doing direct sales from this small town. Mary Kay, Tupperware, Salad Master, to name a few. I joke, it's kind of a joke, but it's actually true, that this Salad Master cookware was the biggest point of contention in my parents' divorce. Neither of them wanted to separate from this cookware. It was an argument as much as who got the house, who got the car, who got the dogs. I kid, but my mom, she was the one who got the Salad Master. This is her. I just took this picture of her the other night. This cookware is older than me, okay? So it was another realization for me just over the course of time that some of the best products and services are actually born right here in the direct selling industry. So it should be no surprise that, guess what we were gifted for our wedding anniversary? Yes, our actual wedding was another set of Salad Master cookware. We can't get enough of it in the Renze and Johnson household. So from a young age, I had this affinity towards direct selling, and I always kind of wondered, would it ever work in my life? Well, in 2009, I found myself with two little kids and burned out of a very successful job in corporate America. My husband and I really wanted someone to be present at the home. I was traveling nonstop. He was working 60-plus hours a week. And guess what? Enter again the world of direct selling. Now, never in a million years did I think that I would climb the corporate ladder and bust my butt to become a C-level executive to leave it all behind for direct sales, but I did. And it was one of the best decisions that I ever made for myself when I was in my 30s. Not only was I able to replace my six-figure income, I was able to help so many other women do the same thing. I was able to build a multi-million-dollar business and be present with our children. And guess what? We actually earned them a trip to Disneyland too. See, direct sales allowed me to be who I came to be. This is my mission and my mantra. It's grounded in emotional intelligence. Direct sales allowed me to become more self-aware, to pour into myself and to others, to become curious about what was out there and how we could create, own, and live the life that we all deserve and desire. Now, in 2018, I actually shifted gears. I was so passionate about this message of be who you came to be that I became certified as an emotional intelligence practitioner and have taken this message to the masses. I have had the good fortune of doing keynotes and workshops at some of the biggest Fortune 500 companies, such as Aflac and T-Mobile, all the way down to sharing this message with women in my church. But here's one thing I can tell you. First off, there is not a more fun audience as a keynote speaker to speak in front of than the direct selling industry. These people are always hyped. They're pumped to be there because they want to be there. They're excited about the opportunity and the products. And here we are today in Scottsdale, Arizona, with 500 direct selling executives who have combined their passions with their purpose to create flexible entrepreneurship for thousands and tens of thousands of people, just like me and my parents who needed it. The stories of the lives changed by this industry are countless. Okay, let's get to it. Over the next 2 days, the DSA promises an informative, exciting, energetic, and inspirational experience. We're going to be offering a lot of fresh perspectives on leadership, on technology, on AI, the opportunities and challenges within the direct selling channel, and most importantly, how to unleash the vast potential of this industry through social selling, content creation, digital persuasion, and influence marketing. Engage 2023 features 4 outstanding general sessions, you're in one right now, 3 banks of exceptional workshops, an awards gala celebrating excellence within our community, and an impressive roster of leaders, visionaries, scholars, motivators, and influencers who will share their insights. So let's go ahead and get started. Our first keynote couldn't be more relevant, and I am personally so honored and so excited to introduce Erin King. Last fall, Erin and I had the good fortune of doing a 5-city tour together for the Women's Food Service Forum. So she was presenting in the morning, I was presenting in the afternoon, and for 5 weeks straight, I heard Erin do the exact same workshop, and every time I was able to gain new insight and perspective. You guys are in for a treat. Let me tell you a little bit about Erin. Erin is the world's leading digital persuasion expert. She's a best-selling author, the chief digital officer at StrikePoint, which has twice been named Fortune 5000's fastest-growing companies in America. StrikePoint Media actually acquired the firm from Erin, Socialite Agency, back in 2021. Some of Erin's clients, get this, included the Academy Awards, Disney, Adobe, Visa, Target, and even the U.S. Navy. It should be to no one's surprise that Success Magazine named her top 10 must-see motivational speakers. Her book, Digital Persuasion, Sells Smarter in the Modern Workplace, is an Amazon #1 bestseller, and her podcast, yes, I've been on it, On Your Terms, is in the top 1% of all podcasts on iTunes. Now, Erin is just as much fun off stage as she is on, and when she's not working, this former world champion Irish step dancer, yes, she can also bust a move. She's also a Division I lacrosse player, but she loves boating, hiking, and being with her family, and unfortunately, her little dog, Betty White, who usually comes with her everywhere, is not here. He's serving as an emotional support pet for her husband this week while she's gone. After presenting last year at DSA's Vision event in Provo and having spent several years now keynoting in the direct selling industry, we asked Erin if she would team up with us to help shape this year's Engage event. Erin has played a very, very instrumental part in directing this year's content strategy and building out this incredible agenda. We're so thankful for Erin. Not only is she here today to offer her fresh perspective on the emerging AI revolution, but that she also came up with the idea of inviting a few of her fellow thought leaders and speakers to pour into you by joining her on stage over the next few days. Here's a preview of what Erin's going to be talking about today. Wow, wasn't that so insightful? I love that she said the direct selling industry is not only ready, but it is primed. And as we all know in this room, something that this industry has that other industries don't is community. So many people join your organizations, want to be part of what you have going on. They're missing community and that human connection. I think we all learned so much from Erin. Erin, thank you again so much for educating us on the new AI revolution. I was joking that she didn't include the Terminator, which I had this epiphany the other day. I was like, that was the first AI. And I said to my husband, I'm like, and it had such a funny voice. And he said, no, that's just Arnold Schwarzenegger. He has a funny voice. He sounds like a robot, but he's actually a human. Okay, for our next segment, DSA has invited an outstanding group of industry leaders. They're going to be offering their perspectives on opportunities, challenge, and the future direction of our distribution channel. A focal point of this discussion will be significant industry trends based on the research conducted for DSA's Growth and Outlook report. And now, please join me in welcoming our panelists. We're going to kick it off with CEO and Chairman of the Board at USANA Health Sciences, Kevin Guest. Kevin, come on up here and take the stage. Founder and CEO of Syngens International, Joni Rogers-Conte. CEO of Highsight Enterprises, Paulo Mileto. DSA President and CEO, Joe Marino. CEO of For Life Research, Danny Lee. And DSA President and CEO, Joe Marino, you get introduced twice. And finally, DSA's Executive VP, COO, and Counsel, Adolfo Franco. Welcome these people to the stage. Thank you so much. I don't know about you guys, but I was messaging my financial advisor being like, let's get some Uber stock. Because direct sellers all across the US are just going to be hopping in Ubers and recruiting people these days. Okay, well, we're going to get to our next keynote, and you guys are in for a treat for a couple reasons. One, you're going to get a break from all of these US accents. Phil comes from both dual residences in London and in New York, and he has such a brilliant voice. And he's going to be talking all about words, the words we speak, the words we type, the words we choose. Because no matter the situation or the circumstance, they have a direct impact on our ability to communicate with influence, clarity, and power. Using the right words at the right time is often the difference between success and failure. And that reality makes our next keynote especially relevant. Exactly what to say. Lead, motivate, and inspire others using critical conversations, presented by the one and only Phil M. Jones. Let me tell you a little bit about Phil. He's got a super impressive resume. Throughout an extraordinary career, Phil has excelled in sales as an entrepreneur, consultant, thought leader, keynote speaker, and the author of not just one, but 7 best-selling books, including Exactly What to Say, The Magic Words for Influence and Impact. His insights have impacted more than 800 industries across 59 countries and 5 continents. That's a lot of Ubers. But what's often overlooked because of Phil's success as an author and a speaker is the acumen and strategic intellect he provides behind the scenes to some of the world's biggest brands. In Phil's own words, carefully chosen, no doubt, his mission is simple: to help great people get better, because the relentless focus on better beats the current best. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Phil M. Jones. Hey, let's give it up for DJ Renze, also known as Brian. He is taking requests if you have anything that you want to hear and get up and jam to. Well, we are so glad that you joined us for this next session, and you are in for a treat. I am so honored and excited to present our first keynote speaker, Allison Levine. And this woman is no stranger to punishing environments. She has survived sub-zero temperatures, hurricane-force winds, sudden avalanches, and a career on Wall Street. Levine has climbed the highest peak on every continent, served as a team captain of the first American women's Everest expedition, and skied across the Arctic Circle to the geographic North Pole. In January of 2008, she made history as the first American to remote route across West Antarctica for 600 miles. 600 miles to the South Pole. She completed this arduous journey on skis while hauling 150 pounds of her gear and supplies in a sled harnessed to her waist. Her success in extreme environments is noteworthy, given that she's had 3 heart surgeries and also suffers from a neurological disease that causes arteries that feed her fingers and toes to collapse in, you guessed it, cold weather, which leaves her at extreme risk for frostbite. Levine spent 4 years as an adjunct professor at the United States Military Academy at West Point, where she focused on the topic of leading teams in extreme environments. She is the author of the New York Times bestseller On the Edge, which is a compilation of lessons she learned during her various expeditions. And she's here today to share some of those lessons with us. Please welcome to the stage, Allison Levine. Wow, just wow. I was thinking, well, first off, did anybody else get anxiety watching that ladder video? Whew. I mean, I get nervous sitting in the nosebleeds at Arrowhead Stadium, let alone, doing something like that. Allison, that was absolutely inspiring, amazing, thought-provoking, so many great takeaways. Thank you so much. Okay, we have one more amazing keynote before your lunch today, and based on some of the panel discussions we had earlier, this is so timely. Retain Your Talent in an Ever-Evolving Market, presented by Joey Coleman. Joey humbly describes himself as a speaker, a teacher, and an advisor who helps companies keep their customers and employees. Although it's an accurate description, it barely scratches the surface of his extraordinary career and experiences. Get this, Joey Coleman has defended alleged criminals as a litigator, sold custom research to Fortune 500 executives, raced along the Great Wall of China, juggled in front of the Taj Mahal, traveled to 52 countries, sang a song at the Kennedy Center, worked in the White House, taught an executive education course at Berkshire College, and finally, we come to the primary reason Joey is with all of us today. He is an award-winning speaker. He is one of the world's leading experts on employee experience and the author of one Wall Street Journal bestseller, Never Lose a Customer Again, and soon to be a number 2 Wall Street bestseller, Never Lose an Employee Again. Joey offers practical strategies for recruiting top talent, bringing them on board successfully, and keeping them productively engaged while they deliver exceptional results for years to come. Help me in welcoming to the stage, Joey Coleman. All right, well, our next keynote is presented by Sachin Wadhawan. Sachin is passionate about growing partner ecosystems and leads the headless B2B and back office partner strategy at Big Commerce. He has gained a unique perspective from a wide range of industry experiences in nonprofit technology, healthcare, ad tech, content marketing, video platform, and e-commerce. He has contributed to both technical and business development roles and has become a well-respected technology solutions leader in the industry. Please welcome to the stage, Sachin Wadhawan. Okay, so what we're gonna do while we're waiting for one of our presenters is I'm just gonna have you guys all say, his name's Jack. Happy birthday, Jack. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Jack. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I'm gonna just wait to get a cue here. Is our next presenter here? I am not a comedian. I do have one great dad joke that has just stood the test of time. What did the sushi say to the bee? Wasabi. Whack, whack, whack. Hold on just a second. I am going to, does anybody have any insights, want to come up on stage, take the microphone, share anything that they've learned today? Anything? Wasn't lunch delicious? I thought it was. Are we good to go? Okay, we are good to go. Our next topic has great significance for the industry. Unveiling the latest gig economy research, why direct sellers need to pay attention. And this segment will be introduced by Charles Rosenblatt, president at PayQuicker, our General 3 sponsor, our General Session sponsor 3. Charles is a proven innovator, an expert in the payments industry, and a former executive at Capital One, Chase, Hyperwallet, and Payoneer, with experience in leading multiple areas of the payment ecosystem. Please join me in welcoming Charles Rosenblatt. All right, friends, good news. No more dad jokes. Why are they called dad jokes? I don't know. Why aren't they called mom jokes? Okay, I have got a shot of adrenaline for you. In this last keynote, she is well worth the wait. Our final keynote this afternoon is the amazing, inspiring Judy Haller. She's going to be telling us how to fear less, do more, finding confidence and strength for leading today. Judy is a sought-after keynote speaker, a best-selling author, a host of a podcast that ranks in the top 13% on iTunes, and a successful entrepreneur who has built an enterprise that features a speaking business, a speaking school, a publishing arm, and the rumor has been confirmed, a soon-to-be fashion line. And once you see Judy's suit, you're gonna know why. Clients include Marriott, T-Mobile, the Ford Motor Company, Bank of America, and the Boston Red Sox. In describing her journey, Judy has written, 15 years ago, I was filled with self-doubt and insecurity as I walked into my first improv class at the age of 30. She looks like it might have been 13. Despite feeling like a fraud and thinking I was too old for this, I took a chance and opened the door. Fast forward, and now I'm speaking on stages worldwide. Because of this extraordinary transformation, Judy believes that it's never too late to shine. She said, "Don't let regret hold you back. Don't wait for someday. Don't make excuses. The future belongs to those brave enough to take action and make things happen." Ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited to present the one and only Judy Holland. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Did you guys have so much fun last night? I left the bar early, but it was hopping when I left. Okay, I'm sure that so many of you have had a hard time concentrating because we have not yet announced the winners of the golf tournament. So we are going to be sharing some slides here. Now, if you're here, you can stand up and we will celebrate you, but to get your prizes, because we didn't know if you were all gonna be here, just go by the DSA registration desk and you will find them there. Okay, golf tournament winners, are you ready? Are you ready? I'm sure you probably already know who you are. Like, I know a few golfers in my life, and they wouldn't wait this long to find out. But let's see. Golf tournament winners. Longest drive, hole number 9. Jacob Clements. Are you here, Jacob? Stand up. Woo! Closest to the pin, hole number 16. Close but no cigar. Michael McClellan.
Dirty bit. Rock your hands up in the air. Rock your hands up in the air. Dirty bit.
All right, top 3 teams. Stand up if you guys are here. We've got 3rd place, Peter, Gary, Walter, and Brian. They've got a fan club here. I love it. Okay, 2nd place, Dennis, Jacob. And the grand prize winners are, drum roll, Ian, Craig, Chuck, and Ben. Okay, again, go by the DSA registration desk to pick up your prize packs. All right, well, before we get started today, I thought it would be fun to take a look at a few of our favorite memories from over the past few days. One of the things that I really encourage you to do is go to the DSA website for this event link. There are so many photos on there, so many great memories. Find yourself, download them, share them on social media, but let's take a quick look. So many amazing memories. So many amazing memories. I think what I love most about conferences, we get together, we have so much human connection, we build so many bridges, and just so much connection. I know we had dinner last night and just laughed and had so much fun. So I hope you have had as an amazing of time as I have, but guess what? We are not done yet. We have jam-packed an amazing morning for you guys of learning, of leadership, of storytelling. We're gonna be talking about the critical issues still facing the direct selling industry, but we're gonna kick this session off with a treat. We have an amazing keynote speaker to start this session. Tamsin Webster is going to be presenting how to build buy-in for your business. Tamsin is an author, a strategist, a storyteller, a consultant, a globe-hopping keynote speaker, and founder of Find the Red Thread, where she serves as chief message strategist. Tamsin is an expert in change communication, message design, and idea development. She relies on her proprietary Red Thread method to help individuals, organizations, and corporations tell the story of their big ideas. During her career, Tamsin has consulted or held leadership positions with Boston Conservatory, Harvard Medical School, Intel, Weight Watchers, TEDx, Johnson & Johnson, and hundreds of academics and thought leaders. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Tamsin Webster. You guys still feeling it? Are you with us still? You with us? Okay. As we know, partnerships are very important to the channel advancing reputation, improving performance, and framing direct selling for the next generation of customers, distributors, and the public. We have 2 accomplished and influential professors and a leader from our channel to explore how we build productive and mutually beneficial partnerships. And now, please welcome our panelists. Emeritus Professor of Marketing at Northwestern University, Dr. Ann Coughlin. Managing Director at Amway North America, Andrew Schmidt. And the moderator for our discussion, Associate Professor of Marketing, Bernice and Leonard Lavin Professorship at the Kellogg School of Management, Northwestern University, Dr. Kent Grayson. All right, well, it is almost a wrap on our general session, and we have planned an amazing keynote to button up all the content that we've had over the last few days. The final keynote is Becoming an Influencer Amongst Influencers, presented by Julie Masters. Julie is a strategist, consultant, a keynote speaker, host of the iTunes Top 50 podcast Inside Influence, founder and CEO of Influence Nation, and a regular advisor to CEOs, entrepreneurs, and executive teams. Her guidance is focused on turning expertise into influence as a way to stand out in the marketplace. Her impressive client list includes Salesforce, KPMG, MetLife, The Body Shop, DSA Australia, and now RDSA. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Julie Masters.